This week, we celebrated National Bosses Day. Having a good boss can make or break the vibe of your workplace.
So what do you need to look for to find that ideal work environment? And what do you do if you're stuck with a bad boss? Joining us now is Mull, host of the Boss Better Now podcast and author of the new book, Employality. Did I say that right?
Pretty close.
The word always gets me. How to ignite commitment and keep top talent in the new age of work. Good to have you here.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
I've been practicing that word. My apologies.
Employalty, is that it?
You nailed it.
Well, I had a chance to read it real quick.
Well done.
Employalty. Well, good to have you. I know this is a topic in this post-COVID world. For somebody that's out there looking for a job, what are some of the top things they should be looking for?
Well, most of the turmoil in the workforce right now is being driven by people looking for better quality of life. And so for some people that's better pay, for some people that's a better commute or chances to work from home or more fulfilling work or a less toxic workplace. And so when we see people who are looking to change jobs, they're really looking for an upgrade to how that job fits into their life.
That makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about bosses. What makes a great boss? In your opinion?
Yeah, there are a lot of things that leaders need to get right for someone to point to them and say, I've got a really great boss.
Yeah.
We think that trust is a big part of this. Do I trust my employees to own their work, to be able to be creative? Do I earn their trust by being competent and being present? We also know that advocacy is a huge part of this. Do I care not just about the tasks and duties of someone's job, but do I show up and care about who they are outside of work? Do they care about how their job impacts their life outside of work? Do I work to make sure they have the material and the equipment and the information they need to do their job? These really matter right now in this moment.
If someone's kind of struggling maybe to become better as a better leader, what things can they do?
Well, we're really paying attention right now to how we're teaching leaders to create the conditions at work that allow people to thrive. And so participating in any kind of professional leadership development is always a good idea. And if that's not offered in your organization, you can go out and find that. You can join associations in your industry. You can read books on leadership. You can listen to podcasts and just really dialing into what are the conditions at work that lead people to want to be there and give it all they've got.
Joe, they can have someone like you come in and talk to them about it.
Certainly true.
Now, we talked about the things that make a great boss, but what if you're in a position where it's a little toxic, a toxic environment, maybe because of the boss?
Yeah. So step one is almost always tell somebody. In a perfect world, you're telling that leader, hey, this isn't working for me. I need to ask you for some different things here. If I want to be successful and I want to make a difference here in the ways that you're asking me to, but I need some different things. That's not always safe to do, though. And so I say tell someone, because now maybe we're turning toward a mentor or somebody else in our network to help us navigate that situation, figure out what our boundaries are, and then determine, can I work around this person or do I need to plan an exit strategy?
So you're not talking like necessarily going to HR, just finding somebody to kind of help you work through it.
It might be appropriate to go to HR. It really depends on HR's role in that environment. Again, in a perfect world, that HR team is advocating for every person across the org chart, but it's not always true. I'm a recovering HR professional. I know that some of my HR colleagues may not like hearing that, but the employee has to decide if that's a safe choice for them.
We hear so much about, it was Bosses, National Bosses Day, right? Is it important for us as employees to show that appreciation? Like, how do we show our boss, like, thank you for doing a good job?
Right. This is actually a little bit complicated, right? Because in an environment where someone has influence over your livelihood and over your work environment, Bosses Day may be kind of an icky thing. Maybe we shouldn't be expecting people to buy gifts or recognize upwards in that way. At the same time, bosses are human beings too, and a little bit of appreciation goes a long way. So if you've got a great boss, taking a moment to thank that person for how they're showing up for you can make a big difference.
I feel like being kind no matter what is never a bad strategy.
Absolutely.
Whether you're not sure if it's the right thing to do, it seems like always the right thing to do for me.
And we don't need a gift to do that, right? Just a personal note that says, hey, you make a real big difference for me. Thank you.
Great advice, Joe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, to get more tips and ideas, you can check out Joe's website at joemull.com.